Today, we're going to talk very briefly about the end of the Cold War and the collapse of the Soviet Union. So, one of the things that brought about the end of the Cold War and the collapse of the Soviet Union was the arms race. Both the United States and the Soviet Union were trying to outdo each other when it came to the amount of nuclear warheads that they were purchasing and producing. And because of this huge outpouring of money, both of those countries were spending money on arms and weapons rather than things that their citizens actually really needed to survive, particularly in the Soviet Union. Conditions really started deteriorating there in the 1970s and 1980s. In that top picture, you see Soviet citizens waiting in lines just to get into the grocery store to get access to food. And in the bottom picture there, you see some Soviet citizens getting into the store, but there's nothing to purchase. The food is gone from the shelf, so there were a lot of food shortages. And we know that hungry people are unhappy people. They were unhappy because of lack of access to food and supplies that they needed to live. They were also unhappy because during this time, the Soviets were involved in a war in Afghanistan that was not going very well. They were not winning this war and they were losing a lot of their citizens. There are a lot of parallels between the Soviets in Afghanistan and the United States in Vietnam. Both wars were fairly unpopular in the United States and in the Soviet Union, and neither country won those particular wars. During the 1980s, the Soviet Union gets a new leader called Mikhail Gorbachev. This is his portrait here. And he sees that things are not going well in the Soviet Union, so he starts instituting some reforms. The two major reforms that he institutes are these. The first one was called perestroika. And perestroika was meant to restructure the economy and make it a little bit less communist and a little bit more capitalist in order to try to save it. The second reform that he instituted was called glasnost. Glasnost means openness. And what it meant to do was give the people a few more freedoms, including some limited freedom of speech. And it also involved less government control of the press. Well, the effect that this really had was that people could finally say in the Soviet Union how unhappy they really were. They used that little bit of freedom of speech to express how they really felt about how conditions were. So now we get to the end of the Cold War itself. In 1989, 1990, the Berlin Wall comes down. There are lots of protests in all of those buffer countries next to the Soviet Union, all of those countries behind the Iron Curtain. In 1991, Gorbachev is kidnapped by hardline communists in the Soviet Union. It was a failed coup for those hardline communists, to try to take over the government. Gorbachev ends up resigning, and the Soviet Union ends up breaking up. So now let's talk about the impact of the Cold War. The first impact that comes out of it is that out of the former Soviet Union, you get 15 new independent countries. Russia will be the largest of these countries, and it will inherit all of those Soviet weapons, including the nuclear weapons. So this will make Russia the most powerful country. And it's at this point in history that we will stop calling it the Soviet Union and we will begin calling it Russia again. Germany gets unified as one country again during this time. Remember, during the Cold War, there was West Germany and East Germany. At the end of the Cold War, it gets unified into just one Germany, like it is today. At the end of the Cold War, there is no more Iron Curtain. It doesn't exist anymore. The countries behind the Iron Curtain were significantly less developed than their Western democratic neighbors. And then finally, The United States becomes the dominant country in the world at the conclusion of the Cold War. Not necessarily because our ways were the best ways. Our resources simply outlasted theirs. We were kind of the last country standing. So that is a very, very brief overview of the end of the Cold War.